Here are Grandma's 42 hydrogen peroxide hacks you didn't know worked. Keep food fresher. Did you know that hydrogen peroxide can help keep fruits and vegetables fresh longer? Grandma knew the secret to reducing spoilage was eliminating bacteria and mold spores on produce. Mix 1 tablespoon of food-grade hydrogen peroxide in a gallon of water. Use this solution to rinse fruits and vegetables thoroughly before storing them. The peroxide removes surface contaminants, preventing decay. Dry the produce completely before refrigerating to maintain freshness. This simple hack extends the life of your groceries, reducing waste and saving money. Treat athlete's foot. According to Grandma, hydrogen peroxide is an effective remedy for athlete's feet thanks to its antifungal properties. Mix equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water in a basin. Soak your feet in this solution for 10 to 15 minutes to kill the fungus and reduce irritation. The chemical reaction releases oxygen, breaking down fungal cells. Afterward, dry your feet completely to prevent moisture buildup. Repeat daily for best results. For added effectiveness, consider rotating shoes and wearing moisture-wicking socks. Remove wine stains. Grandma would easily remove stubborn wine stains with hydrogen peroxide. Its bleaching ability breaks down the pigments responsible for staining. Combine 2 parts hydrogen peroxide with 1 part dish soap, then apply it to the stain using a clean cloth. Gently blot from the edges inward to prevent spreading. Leave the solution for a few minutes before rinsing with cold water. This method works quickly and efficiently on fabrics, upholstery, or even carpet, making cleanup a breeze. Disinfect toothbrushes. Bacteria accumulate on toothbrushes over time, but hydrogen peroxide can eliminate them. Fill a cup with enough hydrogen peroxide to submerge the bristles, then soak the toothbrush for 5 to 10 minutes. The peroxide oxidizes and kills bacteria, ensuring your toothbrush stays clean. Rinse thoroughly with warm water before use. This easy process should be done weekly or after illness. A clean toothbrush contributes to better oral hygiene and reduces the risk of bacterial infections. Restore grimy plastic containers. Hydrogen peroxide can refresh stained and smelly plastic containers effectively. Its oxidizing action breaks down tough stains and odors trapped in the material. Fill the container with a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and baking soda, letting it sit for 30 minutes. Scrub with a sponge to lift any remaining residue, then rinse thoroughly. This method restores the container's appearance and usability. It's an ideal solution for containers used for sauces, curries, or other strong-smelling foods. Remove yellowing from nails. Hydrogen peroxide is a gentle yet effective way to brighten yellowed nails. Its oxidizing properties break down discoloration caused by polish or stains. Mix 2 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide with half a cup of warm water in a small bowl. Soak your nails for 10 minutes, then gently scrub with a soft toothbrush. Rinse thoroughly and moisturize to prevent dryness. Repeat weekly as needed to restore natural nail color and maintain healthy, clean nails. Whiten teeth. Hydrogen peroxide can safely whiten teeth when used correctly. Its bleaching action removes surface stains caused by coffee, tea, or smoking. Mix 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 1 part water, then swish the solution in your mouth for 1 minute. Spit it out and rinse thoroughly with water. For a deeper clean, combine the solution with baking soda to form a paste and brush gently. Avoid overuse to prevent enamel damage and limit this treatment to once or twice a week. Remove bloodstains. Bloodstains can be tricky, but hydrogen peroxide dissolves them quickly. Its reaction with hemoglobin breaks down the stain. Pour hydrogen peroxide directly onto the stain and let it bubble for a few minutes. Blot the area with a clean cloth, repeating until the stain lifts. Rinse with cold water and wash as usual. This method is effective on fabrics, carpets, or upholstery, but always test on a hidden area first to avoid discoloration. Disinfect first aid supplies. Keeping first aid supplies clean is essential for preventing infections. Hydrogen peroxide acts as a disinfectant by breaking down harmful bacteria and germs. Soak items like scissors, tweezers, or thermometers in hydrogen peroxide for 5 minutes. Rinse thoroughly with water and dry before storing. Wipe down plastic or metal cases with a peroxide-soaked cloth. Regularly disinfecting supplies ensures they are ready for safe use whenever needed, minimizing the risk of contamination during emergencies. Clean aquarium accessories. Hydrogen peroxide can safely clean aquarium accessories by removing algae and bacteria. Dilute 1 part peroxide with 2 parts water in a basin. Soak items like decorations, filters, or tubing for 15 minutes to dissolve buildup. Scrub gently with a sponge or brush to remove stubborn debris. Rinse thoroughly with clean water before returning them to the tank. This method keeps the aquarium environment healthy for fish while avoiding harsh chemicals that could harm aquatic life. Clean earbuds. Hydrogen peroxide is ideal for cleaning earbuds, removing grime and bacteria that accumulate from daily use. Soak a cotton swab in hydrogen peroxide, then gently clean the mesh and surrounding areas of the earbuds. Avoid oversaturating to prevent liquid from entering the device. The peroxide bubbles dissolve earwax and dirt effectively. Wipe with a clean, dry cloth after cleaning. Regular maintenance with this method keeps your earbuds hygienic and improves sound quality by clearing obstructions. Soothe mosquito bites. Did you know that hydrogen peroxide can help reduce itching and swelling from mosquito bites? Its antiseptic properties clean the area and prevent infection, while the bubbling action soothes irritation. Dab a small amount of hydrogen peroxide onto the bite with a cotton ball. Let it dry naturally or rinse after a few minutes. Reapply as needed for relief. Pair this with a cool compress to reduce inflammation and ensure the bite heals quickly without complications. Refresh cutting tools. Rust and grime on cutting tools can be removed effectively with hydrogen peroxide. Create a soaking solution by mixing equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water. Submerge the blades for 10 minutes to loosen rust and sanitize the surface. After soaking, scrub gently with a brush or steel wool to remove debris. Rinse thoroughly and dry completely to avoid new rust forming. Lightly oil the tools afterward for lasting protection and smoother functionality. Disinfect dish sponges. A simple peroxide soak rejuvenates dish sponges and eliminates harmful bacteria. Mix 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 1 part water and immerse the sponge in the solution for 10 minutes. The oxygen released during bubbling kills bacteria and neutralizes odors. Rinse thoroughly with warm water and allow the sponge to air dry in a well-ventilated area. Use this method weekly to extend the life of your sponges and keep them hygienic for kitchen use. Soothe skin irritations. Minor skin irritations can benefit from a gentle application of hydrogen peroxide. Its antiseptic properties cleanse and soothe inflamed skin while promoting healing. Dilute peroxide with an equal part of water and dab it onto the irritated area using a cotton ball. Let it dry naturally before applying moisturizer to prevent dryness. Use this technique for rashes, minor cuts, or redness. It's a simple, cost-effective way to care for your skin and encourage quick recovery. Remove algae from outdoor furniture. Outdoor furniture often accumulates algae, which hydrogen peroxide can effectively break down. Combine 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 2 parts water in a spray bottle. Spray the solution generously onto the affected areas and let it sit for 15 minutes. Scrub with a soft brush or sponge to remove the loosened algae, then rinse thoroughly with a hose. This method not only cleans the surface, but also prevents algae from returning. Use regularly to keep furniture looking fresh and clean. Revive wilted flowers. This is Grandma's secret to reviving wilted flowers. Hydrogen peroxide helps revive wilted flowers by increasing oxygen levels in the water. Mix 1 teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide into a vase of fresh water and trim the flower stems at an angle. Place the flowers back into the vase, ensuring the stems are submerged. The peroxide eliminates bacteria in the water, allowing the flowers to absorb nutrients better. This quick hack gives your blooms a second life, keeping arrangements vibrant for longer. Disinfect piercings. Piercings need regular cleaning to avoid infection, and hydrogen peroxide works well for this purpose. Dilute it with an equal amount of water to create a gentle cleaning solution. Dip a cotton ball or swab into the mixture and carefully clean around the piercing site. Avoid overuse, as too much peroxide can irritate the skin. Perform this process once a day for fresh piercings or weekly for maintenance. It keeps piercings clean and helps prevent bacterial buildup. Eliminate shoe odors. Hydrogen peroxide neutralizes odor-causing bacteria in shoes, leaving them fresher. Soak a cloth in a mixture of 1 part hydrogen peroxide and 1 part water. Wipe down the insides of your shoes thoroughly and let them air dry. For deeper deodorizing, spritz the solution directly into the shoes and allow it to dry completely. This method is ideal for sneakers, work boots, or any shoes prone to trapping moisture and odor over time. Heal canker sores. Canker sores can heal faster with the help of hydrogen peroxide. The antiseptic properties reduce bacteria in the mouth, promoting recovery. Mix 1 teaspoon of peroxide with 1 teaspoon of water. Using a cotton swab, apply the solution directly to the sore for 30 seconds, then spit out any excess. Repeat twice daily until the sore improves. Avoid swallowing the solution. This simple remedy alleviates pain and supports the natural healing process effectively. Sanitize yoga mats. Yoga mats can harbor sweat and bacteria, making regular cleaning essential. Mix equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water in a spray bottle. Mist the solution evenly over the mat and let it sit for a few minutes to break down dirt and germs. Wipe clean with a damp cloth and allow the mat to air dry before rolling it up. This method ensures a hygienic surface for your practice without the need for harsh chemicals. Deodorize garbage bins. Garbage bins can become a source of unpleasant odors if not cleaned regularly. Hydrogen peroxide works by neutralizing odor-causing bacteria. Rinse the bin with warm water to remove loose debris, then spray a mixture of equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water inside. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before scrubbing with a brush. Rinse thoroughly and allow the bin to dry completely. This method keeps your bin clean and prevents odors from lingering between trash changes. Whiten tile caulk. Tile caulk can develop stains and mildew over time. Hydrogen peroxide's oxidizing properties break down mold and grime effectively. Pour peroxide directly onto the caulk or apply it with a sponge, ensuring all areas are covered. Leave it to sit for 10 minutes, allowing the bubbling action to lift stains. Scrub with a small brush to remove any remaining buildup and rinse with warm water. Regular use helps maintain a clean, bright appearance in your tiled spaces. Clean refrigerator seals. Refrigerator seals are prone to collecting dirt and bacteria, especially in their crevices. Wipe them down using a cloth soaked in hydrogen peroxide. Let the peroxide sit for a few minutes to disinfect and loosen grime, then scrub gently with a toothbrush or soft brush. Rinse with a damp cloth and dry thoroughly. This cleaning method prevents mold growth and keeps seals functioning properly, contributing to a hygienic and odor-free fridge environment. Soothe minor wounds. Minor cuts and scrapes require proper care to prevent infection. Hydrogen peroxide. Cleanse wounds by breaking down bacteria and debris through its bubbling action. Pour a small amount directly onto the wound or use a cotton ball for controlled application. Let it bubble briefly, then rinse with water. Dry the area and cover with a bandage. This method cleans effectively without harsh scrubbing and promotes healing. Use sparingly, as frequent application can dry out the skin. Clean retainers and dentures. Retainers and dentures can accumulate bacteria and stains if not cleaned regularly, according to Grandma. Submerge them in a solution of half hydrogen peroxide and half water for 10 to 15 minutes. Use a soft toothbrush to gently scrub away residue, focusing on tight spots. Rinse thoroughly under running water to remove any remaining solution. This routine not only sanitizes but also prevents discoloration and odor, keeping your dental appliances fresh and ready for use. Ease sore throat. Hydrogen peroxide can help soothe a sore throat by reducing bacteria in the mouth and throat. Mix 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide with a glass of warm water to create a mild gargle. Swish the solution around your mouth and gargle for 30 seconds before spitting it out. This method cleanses the throat area and reduces irritation. Rinse your mouth with plain water afterward. Use this remedy once or twice a day for relief, but avoid swallowing. Remove soap scum from shower doors. Soap scum on shower doors can be stubborn, but hydrogen peroxide loosens and lifts the residue. Spray undiluted peroxide onto the affected areas and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. The oxidizing action breaks down the scum for easier removal. Use a sponge or microfiber cloth to scrub the surface gently, then rinse with warm water. This method restores the clarity of your shower doors and keeps them looking spotless with minimal effort. Brighten white sneakers. Hydrogen peroxide is an excellent tool for whitening dingy sneakers. Mix 2 parts hydrogen peroxide with 1 part baking soda to create a paste. Apply the mixture to the shoes using a toothbrush, focusing on stains and scuffed areas. Let it sit for 30 minutes, then scrub and rinse thoroughly with water. The peroxide's bleaching action restores the brightness of the fabric, while the baking soda lifts dirt and grime. Air dry your sneakers for the best results. Treat cracked heels. Cracked heels can be softened and cleaned using hydrogen peroxide. Soak your feet in warm water mixed with half a cup of hydrogen peroxide for 10 to 15 minutes. The peroxide disinfects and helps loosen dead skin. After soaking, use a pumice stone or foot scrub to gently exfoliate the rough areas. Rinse your feet and moisturize with a thick cream or oil. Regular use of this method promotes smoother, healthier heels and reduces the risk of infection. De-skunk a pet. A skunk spray can be challenging to remove, but hydrogen peroxide is highly effective. Mix 1 quart of hydrogen peroxide with a 1/4 cup of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of dish soap. Apply the solution to your pet's fur, avoiding the eyes and mouth, and work it in thoroughly. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes before rinsing completely with warm water. Repeat if necessary. This solution neutralizes the skunk odor and leaves your pet smelling fresh. Boost seed germination. Speed up seed germination with hydrogen peroxide. It softens the seed coat and increases oxygen availability, helping seeds sprout faster. Combine 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 4 parts water and soak seeds for 12-24 hours. Rinse thoroughly after soaking and plant immediately. This treatment not only promotes quicker growth, but also eliminates bacteria or fungi that could hinder seed health. It's a straightforward and effective method to kickstart your gardening success. Deodorize drains. Eliminate unpleasant odors from drains using hydrogen peroxide. Pour half a cup of hydrogen peroxide directly into the drain and let it work for 15 minutes. During this time, the bubbling action breaks down organic debris trapped in the pipes. Flush with hot water afterward to clear any residue. For even better results, pair the peroxide with baking soda before pouring. Regular use ensures your drains stay clean and free from foul smells. Relieve sinus infections. Use hydrogen peroxide to help clear sinus infections naturally. Dilute 1 teaspoon of peroxide in a cup of warm, distilled water to create a rinse. Flush your nasal passages with the solution using a neti pot or nasal spray bottle. This mixture breaks down bacteria and clears mucus, allowing for better airflow. Rinse with plain water afterward to ensure no residue remains. Properly diluting the peroxide ensures it's gentle on sensitive nasal tissues. Lighten hair. Create natural highlights with hydrogen peroxide. Dilute the peroxide with an equal amount of water, then spritz onto damp hair. Focus on the strands you wish to lighten and leave it on for 30 minutes before rinsing thoroughly. Sitting in sunlight during this process enhances the lightening effect by activating the peroxide. Repeat weekly until the desired shade is achieved. Always moisturize your hair afterward to keep it healthy and shiny. Reduce acne. Use hydrogen peroxide to target stubborn acne spots. Dilute 1 part peroxide with 2 parts water and apply to blemishes using a cotton swab. The peroxide reacts with bacteria, disinfecting the skin and reducing redness. Allow it to dry before rinsing with cool water. Limit this treatment to a few times a week to avoid dryness. This spot treatment is a simple way to address breakouts while keeping your skincare routine minimal. Brighten yellowed pillowcases. Did you know that you can restore whiteness to pillowcases with hydrogen peroxide? Its oxidizing properties break down sweat and oil stains effectively. Mix half a cup of hydrogen peroxide with warm water in a basin, then soak the pillowcases for 30 minutes. After soaking, launder them as usual with detergent. This method removes discoloration and brightens fabric naturally. For stubborn stains, add baking soda to the soak for extra cleaning power. Regular use ensures your bedding stays fresh and stain-free. Treat nail fungus. Hydrogen peroxide helps combat nail fungus by killing the fungi causing the infection. Dilute hydrogen peroxide with an equal amount of water and soak the affected nails for 15 minutes daily. The solution penetrates the nail surface, breaking down fungal cells and promoting healing. After soaking, dry the nails thoroughly to prevent moisture buildup. Repeat this treatment consistently until the fungus clears. Keeping nails clean and dry enhances the effectiveness of this simple remedy. Clean yellowed enamelware. Yellowed enamelware can regain its shine with hydrogen peroxide. Its bubbling action removes stains and buildup without scratching the surface. Create a paste using hydrogen peroxide and baking soda, then apply it to the enamelware with a sponge or cloth. Let it sit for 10 minutes before scrubbing gently. Rinse thoroughly with warm water to reveal a refreshed surface. This technique restores the enamel's appearance, making old cookware look nearly new again. Sanitize gardening gloves. Gardening gloves can harbor dirt and bacteria after extended use, but hydrogen peroxide sanitizes them effectively. Mix 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 2 parts water in a basin. Submerge the gloves and let them soak for 15 minutes. The peroxide disinfects and loosens grime embedded in the fabric. After soaking, rinse thoroughly and air dry the gloves. Regular cleaning keeps your gloves hygienic and ready for the next gardening session, prolonging their life and usability. Soften earwax. Hydrogen peroxide gently softens and loosens earwax for easier removal. Tilt your head to one side and use a dropper to place a few drops of hydrogen peroxide into the ear canal. Let it bubble for 5 minutes. Then tilt your head to the opposite side to let the liquid drain out. Wipe the outer ear with a clean tissue or cloth. This method clears blockages and improves hearing safely when used sparingly. Disinfect razors. Hydrogen peroxide is a safe and efficient way to disinfect razors. Fill a small container with hydrogen peroxide and immerse the razor for 5 minutes. The peroxide kills bacteria and prevents rust from forming on the blade. Rinse the razor under warm water and dry it completely before storing. Regular disinfection prolongs the life of your razor and ensures a clean, hygienic shave every time. This practice also reduces the risk of skin irritation and infection. For more contents like this, click here to subscribe.